Well, guess what time it is? It's story time. And this is one special coming at you. This is one I actually just recently remembered, pulled out of my files in my brain. It's pretty interesting. I was younger, I guess you could say, a little bit younger. And I was dressed in government issue clothing and pretty drunk. And I was walking up to the place where I was staying, which is a really fucking steep hill. But before the steep hill, it was a Friday night, right? And I'll explain this stuff to you in a minute. Oops, finger in the way. I ran across a bunch of young bastards that were known drug dealers, and fucking I hate drug dealers. I got a big fucking problem with them. I still do, always will. So I had a Mark 19 hand grenade on me, but it was bored, right? So it was bored out. So it was just a dud. But they didn't know that. And I was drunk and miserable back then. I was actually not a very likable person, to be honest with you. And I walked up to them, and there was at least 40 of them. I shit you not, standing at the bus stop with, you know, all their little Twinkie fucking girlfriends, shit like that. And I said, "Attention everyone!" And I pulled out, it was like a pineapple style grenade. I think it's called a Mark 194. Anyway, I pulled it out and explained that it was a hand grenade. This is a Mark 194 hand grenade. And guess what? And I yanked the pin out of it in my hand, and I said, "Now we're all gonna die." And man, they scattered like fucking roaches, man. And they were all on their cell phones while they were running away, but I never seen so many people scatter so fast unless gunfire was happening in public or some shit, you know, like those false flag shootings and whatnot. So I decided to take a little detour after I played this little prank, and I dropped the hand grenade off in a bush and then kept on going up the hill. And little did I know, within like, 10 seconds, there was 5 units just crawling up on me, and they got their Heckler and Koch fucking, you know, SMGs out and pistols out, and they're all pointing at me, and I'm like, what? And I'm standing like literally in the middle of the fucking road. I can't make this shit up, man. I'm standing in the middle of the road. I've got a do-rag on, and, you know, a backpack, all that shit. I'll get to that. I got a fucking, I'm standing there, I'm like, what the hell's going on, man? Playing dumb, right? Playing total aloof. And they're like, "Where's the grenade?" And I'm like, "Grenade? Who in the hell has a grenade?" I said. They're like, "We have reports from your description, blah, 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 blah," right? So they tell me to spread my arms, get on my knees, and put my face down on the ground, and that they won't hurt me. Haha, this is the fun part. So I do as they ask, and then a cop runs up and just digs his fucking knee right into my face, grinding my face into the pavement, and basically, I'm like, "I thought you said you weren't gonna hurt me," as my face is planted into the fucking pavement and getting, you know, road rash or whatever the hell. And, you know, I got this knee in the back of my head, and they're searching my bag, and they're so fucking stupid. I left the grenade pin in my bag, and they didn't find it. All they found was fucking a half sack of beer, and that's it. And they didn't even find the grenade pin that was sitting in my bag. So they picked me up, pulled me out of the cuffs, and as to not get charged with assault, they drive me to the hospital. Get that. And they didn't even drive me to a local hospital. They drove me for fucking hours because they wanted to study my ass. So, of course, you know, me being smarter than them, I just started rambling like an idiot and saying stupid shit. And and I wouldn't shut up on purpose, right? Because I know how they think. Oh, it would pay off if you all of you people, read a book on how cops think, man. It'll pay off. But in the end, they had no hand grenade, and they had to take me to the hospital, and, I mean, I hated to shatter their ego. They were a little, you know, oh my God, like, they were kind of weirded out by the fact that I wasn't shitting my pants when they were pointing firearms at me, and, yeah, whatever, man, like, you know, no sudden movements, I'm okay. So, the moral of the story here is, fuck 'em. It was a good prank, and I don't regret it. And cops are now trained like military, and they're also trained to think that everybody's guilty before they're innocent. There's no more fucking, you know, serve and protect, as we all know, and there is no more, you know, public servant type bullshit, right? These guys are wearing little costumes with their nickel slick badges and their fucking pistols, and they think they have authority over us. Meanwhile, they're just getting paid like everyone else who works for the government. But needless to say, it was an interesting night because at the very end of it, they even gave me my beer back. Ha! So that was a score. Anyway, I just wanted to explain this stuff to you quickly. This here is what you would call a class 4 medikit. There's a magnesium block. There's, as you can see, some strange pill bottles there. Those strange pill bottles are anti-inflammatories and, what do you call the fucking things? Antibiotics, right? And just a shit ton of survival stuff. Gauze and fucking 3 types of tape, and as much as I could possibly fit into this thing, it's in there, right? And I thought I'd throw up some calibers, but you can't see them for shit, so what's the point? You know, it's so damn dark in here, even though my window's open. But the funny thing, I'm going to end this with this. The hand grenade had blue paint on the latch. Now, if you ever see somebody with a hand grenade that has blue paint, not that you ever will, but there's a chance, with blue paint on the latch, that means it's either bored out or it's a practiced hand grenade. Okay? Just a little tip from your old pal Bloodthane. Alright, so I'm out of here. I love you all, man. Thanks, you know, the people who subscribe, man. I don't care that I only have 31 subscribers. I don't give a shit how many subscribers I get. I'm never going to monetize this channel because I fucking despise YouTube. And fuck you, YouTube, because you can't do shit. Because I'm not monetized, and I never will be. So, my videos will always be free to all because I do this for fun, right? It's all about fun. And I hope you enjoyed my last video. You know, although I looked a little fat in that video for some reason. I don't know why. I'm not that fat. I think it was just how cold it was, but whatever. Maybe that's just my I'm not very insecure. No, it's not that. I shouldn't be talking to myself while I'm talking to you. But anyway, for all of those of you who give a shit to watch my videos, once again, thank you fucking so much. And I hope to have another cool story for you that's even more ridiculous, because believe me, there's a shitload of them. Until then, Alpha Mike Foxtrot.